down at Churchgate Station is the Eros Cinema, a sort of Art Deco place, which has a quite nice foyer and a large staircase inside. I didn't actually go inside. I think I called it the Rialto, but it isn't. Its name is the Eros, as it quite clearly says on the front. But it's next to Churchgate Station. And a very interesting thing takes place here every morning. If you get there for 11:30, lots of people appear on bicycles, carrying little tins and little packets of stuff. These are meals which have been cooked at home for people who work in the offices in the city. And these men, called Dabbawallas, I think Dabba means a box, carrying a box. So these Dabbawallas are sort of men who carry boxes. And they go around and collect these and they bring them to the pavement opposite the station. Hundreds and hundreds of these containers, and they all have a little code on saying exactly where they've got to go. And these men, and there are lots of them, they sort them all out into big trays, which they then either put onto carts and trundle them off, or take them onto trains. So there's usually a special carriage on the trains for these big trays. They are big, they carry them on their heads. And away they go, and when you're sitting at your desk, your hot meal is delivered straight from home. It's really weird. And then they collect the empties and return them. It's worth going to see.
This is the Rialto Cinema, or Eros as it's now called. It's a sort of modern, well, it's not like an Art Deco type building. Apparently this film's been shown here for months on end. Very, very popular. This is Churchgate Station. Mumbai has this rather strange arrangement where your lunchtime meal is cooked at home by your parents or by your wife, and men collect it from all over the city and bring it to Churchgate Station at 11:30. It is then taken into the station and it's distributed to the offices and workplaces all over the city. And you always get, it's not noisy, and you always get the right meal. It's delivered actually almost to your desk. And this goes on from 11:30 until about 12:30, and then everything just disappears. So I'm here at 11:15 waiting for all the action to happen. So these are the little containers which they've picked up from everybody's house. They all have a number on. They never make a mistake apparently. I think it's about 1 in a million goes to the wrong place. There's some more arriving. They should be called Dabbawallas. And when they're all here, they divide them up so that they go to the right place. So each one of these boards goes to seems to go to a specific area. How do they know? They've all got a little code on. So this is arrived by bicycle. And he delivers it to the right place. There are 6 in the chain from picking it up at home. It's all freshly cooked food by their families. And when they get here, the last one is number 6, and he puts it all into the right piles, and then it's taken away to the offices. It's been going for 100 years, and each container has has a number or a code on, and only these fellas know it. Nobody else knows what this code is. And the pace is picking up now. More and more of them are arriving. My God, it must be hard work because it's really hot. The temperature must be in the 30s. Of course, tourists get in the way. These blokes are all trying to do this job, and there's tourists jumping in, taking photographs. They all have to move. I'm waiting to see this fella ride away on this bike. So this is the final delivery. He puts them on this bike and away they go. To some office somewhere. Incredible. More and more and more still arriving. I mean, look at this load on this bike here. The bikes have a great pile of hooks on the back on this little frame hanging the bags on. Amazing. No, taking them all off again just down the road. And putting them in the right place. So they put them all on these boards and then they take them on the train to these offices all over the place. Then they come back at 2 o'clock and pick up all the empties. Then it all starts again tomorrow at 8 o'clock when they visit the houses to pick them up. I mean, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of these little containers. And you take it home after you've had your lunch. And then they collect it the following day. Freshly cooked by your mum or your wife. And the little each carrier is divided up by little bits of string or little bits of rope, sort of subdivisions, as it were. And then they have these barrows for wheeling them. I think they wheel them across the station. And each barrow takes 2 of these big trays. This is one of the barrows. It's got half a new superstructure on it, but the wheels are just the same. Some are delivered by bicycle. They must be local. And away they go. The hungry hordes all waiting in their offices.